The number one thing that I learned, that you can learn, that will change your life, you have to know what motivates you. And it's different for different people. You might not care about cars. You know, you might like travel or freedom from a 9-to-5 job. Whatever your thing is, find out your mix. I wish the school system had taught us this. You know, we learn so many things that we don't need in school. You learn isosceles triangles and the history of Mesopotamia, but what about how to be productive, overcome procrastination, figure out what motivates you? You need to have the right tools. You can't just say, I'm gonna motivate myself, I'm not gonna procrastinate. It doesn't work that way. The brain doesn't work that way. You might have a lot of ideas in your head. Ideas are just ideas, they're just intangibles until you take some action. Don't procrastinate. You have to have a map of success. So think about, you know, in the olden days, they used to bury treasure, and to find it, they would have a map. And if you didn't have that map, you could spend all the hard work, all the time, all the effort, all the labor you wanted. You never would find the treasure. And the school system failed us. Let's just face it. Elementary school, junior high, high school. I'm not saying all school is bad, but I'm saying there's things it didn't teach us. We didn't learn the proper tools. And so we weren't given the map to success. And that's why so many people are in debt, and why so many people are depressed, and why so many people have financial trouble, and so many people don't know how to invest their money. It comes from a lack of a map.
Come on, man. What you doing? Who's trying to convince you to take off this weekend? Look, here's my motto. You grind while they sleep, you learn while they party, and you live the way they just dream. Look, this hustle thing is not a word. You have to be willing to give up something, okay? For 25 years, I gave up partying on the weekends, alcohol. While you guys were out partying, vacationing, going on the yachts, hanging out with the big ballers, you know what I was doing? Freaking hammering. I was hammering. I was learning. I was doing whatever it took to get in front of the right people. I was investing money in my future, in my career, not in the club. And today I'm living the dream other people were just having, okay? You thumbing through the freaking magazines and looking at TV how all the big shots are living, that's a waste of freaking time. You go into the Fountain Blue to tear it up, to see the celebs that walk in, waste of time. You go into the ball game. I had a guy invite me to the Dolphins game this weekend. I said, dude, I ain't got time for the Dolphins game, dog, okay? I need to be on the field, not in the stands, you understand? Hey, let them go to the stands, baby. Yeah, but Grant, what about enjoying life? Hey, what about you not enjoying life all the damn time because you ain't got your freaking money right? Let's keep it real, okay? You grind while they're out playing and drinking and sipping and smoking and doing their deal, okay? Forgetting. That's what they're doing, baby. They all forgetting. You grind while they're doing their thing, whatever that thing is, having fun, so that you can one day, you can live the dream that everybody has. You deserve the dream, but you got to pay the price to get it. Like they say, the dream's free. The hustle, that's sold completely separate.
What we have to do is learn how to take this ego of ours, this part of us that believes that who we are is what we have and what we do and what other people think of us. But remember, if you grow up believing that you are what you do, then when you don't, you aren't. And if you believe that you are what you have, when it's gone, you aren't. And if you believe that you are what other people think of you, your reputation, which we raise people to believe, I have to be concerned with what other people think of me. Take this ego and retrain it. And one of the ways that you do to retrain it is, first, you take this idea that the ego has of fear. What are you afraid of? Anybody out there, what are you afraid of? Shift from fear to curiosity. Become curious about what you're afraid of. That's what Lao Tzu taught me. Become curious about what you're afraid of. You're afraid of flying? Get curious about that. Get interested in that. You're afraid of snakes, you're afraid of disapproval, you're afraid. Just shift from fear and say, I'm going to become more curious about what I'm afraid of.
Every single day I wake up, the only thing I need is a breath of fresh air. That's it. I don't need a reward, I don't need a product, the only thing I need is breath in my body, and every single day I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna live life for the right reason, and I'm gonna live life in the right way, and I'm gonna live life with passion, with love and compassion, because when I almost lost my life, that shade went up and it made me realize what life was really about. And at the end of the day, I think we all know it's not about anything superficial or materialistic. We've all experienced that. We've all got that new car, and then 3 days later, it's just a new car. And then we've all done something for a family at Christmas. And why did it feel better when we did something for a family at Christmas than when we did something for ourselves? Because life is attached to growth. And life is attached to service. And what that service is serving something that serves a lot greater purpose than just ourselves. And I'm reminded of a story about two gentlemen. Very wealthy, ran companies, very wealthy. They ended up getting terminally ill. They put them in this facility. The guys were in this facility. They would come out every single day in the common area. They would have fun. They would do their thing. And they would put them in a room. They would eat. They would drink. And so one of the guys, he asked the nurse, he said, "Hey, nurse, can you put me in a room with that guy? I really like him, man. We're having a great time. We're hitting it off." She said, "Sure." She put him in the same room. So she would bring him something, water, something to drink, some food. Every single day they would eat, they would drink. And so one of the guys, he had a bed and it was by the window. And so every single day his buddy on the opposite side would say, "Man, can you tell me what you see out that window when you get the strength to lift yourself up?" He said, "Yeah, cool." So every single day they would eat, they would drink, and he would lift himself up and he would look out of the window and he would say, "Man, I see a beautiful skyline." He said, "Man, I see beautiful flowers, beautiful kids running, playing, beautiful couples walking, holding hands." And this guy on the opposite side would say, "Man, thank you so much. That really helped me. You know, we're about to die. Really helped me." One day, nurse came in the room. Guy with the bed by the window had died. She started prepping him. She's taking him out of the room. And as she's rolling him out, the guy on the opposite side said, "Hey, nurse." He said, "What is it?" He said, "Can you do me a favor?" He said, "Yeah, what is it?" He said, "Whenever you put that guy wherever you got to put him, can you come back and can you please roll my bed by the window? I want the opportunity to lift up, look out of that window and see what he used to tell me about that really helped me in my situation." She said, "Sure." Next day she came in, brought him some water, brought him some food. He ate, he drank his water. He lifted himself up. He looked out of the window, and the only thing he saw was a brick wall. He started yelling, screaming, "Nurse, nurse, get in here." Nurse came running. She said, "What is it?" He said, "Why is there a brick wall there?" He said, "You know, my buddy used to tell me about this beautiful skyline, beautiful flowers, you know, beautiful couples walking, holding hands, beautiful kids playing." He said, "Can we please get that wall removed?" He wanted the whole wall removed. The nurse responded and she said, "You didn't know?" He said, "No what?" She said, "You really didn't know?" He said, "No what?" She said, "He was blind." She said, "He couldn't have seen that even if he wanted to." She said, "You didn't know every day he did that because he knew it brought you joy."